sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Monaco.
Good evening, Nikita. Good evening, Sharanya. Good evening, Bhumika. Good evening, Kanchana. And I believe Yalini, good evening as well. Okay, brilliant. So we all here now for another day. And yes, so what do we have for today? Right. So for the benefit of those who couldn't come, like Bhumika, who was not here yesterday, right? So, Bhumika, it's like there are days where you are here and there are days when you're not. So, okay, so hopefully, see, you are one of the regular participants. So hopefully you can find this time and connect it. That will be great.
Sir, actually now I can attend only 10 minutes of the class.
Okay.
I have work.
Okay. I understand because a work that happened in one of our other batch as well, where something which is there. So, okay, fine. So let me tell you what we are going to do now. I'll quickly give you what is the heads up for Friday and as well as on Saturday as well. So the first thing on Friday is we are going to practice this free speech tomorrow game, which we did. The two of the free speeches which we discussed yesterday, mobile phone, as well as what do you call today's women. So these are the two topics. So please note your head if that's the one which we have done. Yeah. So these are the things. Okay, so that will be the practice again tomorrow. I gave some tip. So yesterday, how you can begin, how you can carry the flow. So what are the even this goes to Kanchana as well, right? So this would be on Friday. So you choose one of the topic which you want to do and do it nicely with confidence, which you usually do on Friday. So that is something which you can do. So that will be an assessment. Another thing is that for assessment, we might have someone coming from D-Touch or maybe HR end. So I'm sure that will be fine. As long as anyone is there, we would be comfortable in doing what we are good at. Right. So so that is something to keep in mind. So just wanted to give you kind of a tip. Another thing is that we will have tomorrow, we will do some refresher, what do you call comprehension passages. For Saturday, I don't know whether I told in this class, there will be two comprehension passages. One comprehension passages will have 10, what do you call questions. It will be enough complete comprehension passage where there will be blanks. For each blank, there will be multiple choices below. So that is something I'm sure you would have done that in your English things and all. So what will happen is that, for example, I was very thirsty. I went to the tap to dash. So the blank. What is a blank? To drink. So down there will be four things: to eat, to sleep, to rest, to drink. So obviously the choice is like to drink. So that's what you got to do. So it won't take much of your time, but we will do a practice one tomorrow because this is an assessment which is going to happen on the portal. We will keep you posted how it's going to happen, where it's going to happen and all, so that we will tell you, right? So mostly it might be on a Google Drive, but I'll keep you posted. Now, this will be one assessment. Another assessment where there will be a lot of situations which will be given, right? So scenarios where a patient goes to a doctor and says something. The doctor is saying something to the patient. So what is that doctor saying to the patient? According to the scenario, you have to judge. So that is something as per the difficulty level is like for the 201, I'm sure which you will be able to do that. So that should be quite simple. So this would be there. So there will be around 20 questions like this. And then what will happen is that I'll give you 3 of the words which we have used in the class. So these 3 words you will make, you will say the meaning, write the meaning, and also make a sentence of that. So this is how simple it is, and I'm sure we have done enough for practice, and you are all I understand wherever you are, so I feel very confident that you will be able to do that. So this is what it is, and great. So brilliant. So that's one, and so what we can do at this point of time is that we will get into our lesson plan for today. I believe we had only 2 words yesterday, isn't it? For one, okay. There were only 1 word yesterday, right? So that's something we will hear about. I'll give you some more words where you can make something, maybe in the class itself. And then what else? What we could also do is that this would do. So we will get into our lesson plan, and so we will see what are the lessons which we have got for today. Right. Afifa, you are with us. You are able to hear? Afifa? Okay. Fine. Hopefully she will nod. Okay, so here we go. A couple of quick revision on what we did earlier for benefit who were not here. And anyway, after a while, I'm going to revise the entire thing as well for everyone's benefit. I don't want anybody to miss because you're also involved in work, and work is also, it's not the training is not the only thing, you are also involved with the work. So, and other things, right? So it's something I would repeat. So if I want to do a quick recap what we did, right? So this is, we are talking about the 4 facet, right? Of the 4 facet, these are the 4 facets which we spoke about, right? And then, so we said how each of these facets are important for getting into a level where we can do a kind of a mastery or maybe keep getting better. Then if you see the session in this session itself, there have been a lot of fun element in the training program, so which keeps the training interesting. So outside this as well, I request all of you to have the same notion where you are doing activities which is like entertaining for you as well. It could be a listening, so something which you like, right? So you can keep around that, then this will become a kind of an interesting thing. Yes, because we also discussed why this particular skill is so important, and so we have also created a lot of importance of this particular skill, because you all have skilled, and if you want to get into the next level, this will also help you in a big way. And apart from that, in terms of overall connect as well, in terms of language, in terms of everything, so how it helps you, right? So we spoke about the very important thing, listening. So we spoke about how it is so important, right? So this is also pretty free in today's world with the internet and smartphone and all. This is something everybody can afford to do. Switch on to something which they like. It could be a smart TV or smartphone, wherever they want to do, right? Then so casual and focused. So this is we spoke about. It has to be focused listening, right? So it could be focused reading, focused listening, or focused writing. Something where your attention is required, because as I said, if it's your local language, you don't have to sometimes focus too much, because it's always there. Even in the midnight, somebody asks you something, you are able so conveniently, comfortably able to say that. But here, something which we are learning, if you're learning some foreign accent, maybe watching some American kind of stuff and all, so some sort of focus is required. So this is why attention would be focused listening. We spoke about various tools, right? So one of the tools is like music. We talked about that, YouTube and movies, TED. You see today's video as well, it was in the same line. Today was a very powerful video. Did you all, I'm sure you have attended the English at 8 today. Did you go through the video today? Today's video, how was it?
I watched it earlier, sir.
Have you watched it earlier? Oh, okay. So what do you feel about that video, Kanchana?
It was nice, very good. Very
Very
motivational
good.
speech, actually.
Absolutely. And so you're back in your home, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. Today I came.
The background.
Yeah,
Today you came.
yeah.
Okay, brilliant. Because the background looked familiar to us, so
Yeah,
that's why I thought, okay, you're back
yeah.
at your hut. Hut meaning it's in English. Don't think it's hut. So back at hut meaning back where you belong. Okay, so that is one thing. Okay, brilliant. Nikita, what do you feel about that video?
Same, sir, that don't give up. The main thing which we learned from that video.
Absolutely, absolutely. That was very, very because this kind of this kind of videos, no, it gives you a kind of an what do you call?
Encouragement.
Absolutely, it encourages you, and you also feel. Okay, I'll share the feedback of the video. So I go to Sharanya. Yes, Sharanya, what do you feel about that?
It was a very good motivational about life.
Absolutely. Yalini, what are your thoughts on that?
So it is motivational.
Yalini?
Sir, can you hear me?
Yalini, we can't hear you.
Okay, I'll just
Okay, we didn't know what you said. Okay, I'll come back to you, right? I'm sure Bhumika would have watched it as well. Did you like it, Bhumika?
Yes. If
Okay.
we use our mind in a proper way, then we can achieve anything.
Absolutely, absolutely. Brilliant. See, thanks, Bhumika. Thanks, everyone. Now, listen, so this is what it is we were talking about. So if you look here, so this was there because this is one of the things which was we discussed the other day, like TED kind of in motivation, right? So what that video said is like we all have. There are some who have greater difficulty than us. We think we have all the biggest difficulty which is around us. No, it's not. Sometimes, like look at that women. Initially, when you go through Kanchana, I had seen that video before. Initially, I didn't realize she was on the wheelchair, and then I realized, okay, she's on the wheelchair, but she's completely motivated, and she is also saying that it's not all about where you are; it's also about to help because you feel the pain and you realize others' pain as well. So that was really, really strong, right? Never give up was something, and a lot of this thing. So now why I'm bringing this here, first thing is that it's kind of an inspirational thing, which you can definitely look in and get inspired. That's there. But the major objective is the language. Look at the way she was talking. What are the words she was using? How she was articulating it, laugh, right? How she created kind of an aura around that. So what is this doing? This is making us learn. So when we do stuff like this on a regular basis, right? When nobody want to push you, it's like you're doing on your own, right? So you're doing it in your time where you find this time and you're able to do that. There are many times when you get videos on your WhatsApp, then what you do is that you do that. You go through that. Likewise, there are so many videos which comes to everyone. So this is something which is available, right? So this is one important tool which we for language, right? See, another thing I want to reiterate here is that this is the only way what we are doing is that to improve the language. As I said, we are not focusing too much on grammar, on the English part and all, because that will be very limited time to do that, right? So that is something over a period of time, I believe will be taken care on its own. So what we are focusing is that all what we are doing here in the course is that we are creating a kind of an importance for this particular language. So we are talking about functional English, how we have created a kind of foundation for this. What is the requirement for this? What is in it for you in long run and short run? Then we talked about the bottlenecks which can be there, right? So those bottlenecks, we also talked about the techniques, how we can eradicate that bottleneck, right? How we can eradicate. So this can be one word I can give you, eradicate the bottleneck. So that's one. Then we also spoke about a lot of techniques, right? In terms of listening, in terms of reading, in terms of other things as well, right? So those techniques, if you can employ on your what do you call daily schedule. As I said, it need not be a daily one. It could be at least weekly 4 or 5 times, or if it can be more than that as well. But it has to be done on a regular basis. So that is something, right? So this will help you your skill, right? And we are building up a vocabulary, which is very important, because if you go to a market, you want to buy something, you need to have money in your wallet. Otherwise, you can't buy anything. Similarly, if you want to become better and better, then you need to have build up a vocabulary of words. So that is something which you can definitely do. We are doing through the class. We are having 3 words now. We will increase it to 5. Then we will make it more. We will have more activity which you will be doing on your own, right? So my role will become less and less. I will be more of a moderator in the class, and you will be doing the activity which you are already doing now, right? So this is another way how we can do. Okay. Right, so we spoke about this. We spoke about speaking techniques as well. I'm sure all of you would have attended this particular class. There were a lot of techniques, around 6 to 7 techniques, and all these techniques are so important, right? So I would do a kind of a revision one of these days. Then we spoke about thinking in English, which is very important. And I'm glad, and as expected, all of you think in English before when you want to say something. So that we discussed yesterday. So that is a good thing, as expected. 201, right? So then spontaneously, how it will come? Because if you have vocabulary, if you have confidence, which you all have now, and even you had before as well, but you're getting used to it. And like, if you see, this is the 3rd week now. And we have been doing this for every 1 hour. We have been connected, and we are doing this activity, and also that gives you more and more confidence. So confidence, and then as you keep doing it for a long time, see, let's look at after 8 weeks, we'll get much better. There will be a lot of other activities which is coming, which we will do, which will also give you to think on your feet, to do instantly, to do spontaneously, right? So that is something. So practice by speaking yourself is another technique which we discussed, which you can do. One thing is that you can think yourself. I said yesterday, those who are not there, you get up and start thinking yourself, okay, I got up, then I have to do this task, I had my breakfast, then I log in, this is the work I want to do. Suppose, for example, you're thinking in your mind, okay, so I'm going to go to the market, so what I need to do is I need to look for my wallet, I need to put the cards in, I need to put the cash in, I prepared a grocery list, I could prepare a vegetable list which I'm going to follow, buy rather, right? And then I'm going on my scooty or whatever it is, right? Or I'm going to walk, I go to this place first, I bought this, I gave this. So what are you doing? You're actually saying everything in mind. And how are you doing? In English. So this is something, if you do that, you are there in that zone. And what is it doing is that it's helping you in terms of the language, right? So that's one. Other than that, so one is thinking. Another thing is also you can do it spontaneously in terms like talking to yourself as well. All these things can be done with you itself. Suppose you don't have partner. Now how it is like, because one thing is like, you may not prefer to do it outside, because outside they might think, okay, you're talking to yourself, what are you doing? But inside your home, you can do that. You can talk to yourself, whatever you're doing in English, right? So this is again another way. So you will not feel that you need a partner to speak. Sometimes this is something which you can do on your own, right? So that's one. Another thing is that if you're fortunate, if you have a speaking partner, speaking buddy, that's the best thing which can happen, because you can talk to them. First of all, you can motivate, as we have tried to motivate you to learn this particular language now, right? So how you can motivate, you can talk about the importance, you can talk about if they are of your own age, it becomes much easier because they might have a career as well, and you can motivate them to have a kind of a career, right? How this can help you in long run and all. So that is something which you can talk about. And other than that, So once you are on same page, then what you can do is that you can start talking to them. So this is a big advantage which you can do. So which we did yesterday. Okay. So what are the things which we have today? Today the first thing is reading. So this would be the third facet of this particular language. So what is this? Reading again is as equal as listening, right? If listening is very important because we have told that the focus of this particular English session of 8 weeks is more about our functional part in terms of you understanding what's being said and you being able to respond what's being said to you by speaking. So that is the focus. So we have kept the focus only on that. So if you see, we're not going into the grammar part, we're not going into that rules part and all, which will take a long time, and 8 weeks will not be enough, and we would have more confused than settled. So we don't want to take that, right? So, but at the same time, when you're making sentences, there is an attempt where you are started making you to type the sentences here. So that's kind of a writing which you're doing. You're reading from your sentences. So that is something which you're doing. And I'm getting an opportunity to make a minimal correction if it's required in terms of change of the flow or in terms of a few words being adjusted here and there, or maybe something which could be better, right? So that is what we are doing. So the thing is that reading, why it is so important, because some of you are into the reading habit, which you already said. Reading, why it's important? Reading again is something, it's so important. It's like, because it's as equal as listening. Only thing is that you're not using your ear. You're reading through your brain, right? Your brain is reading and then you're able to understand. That's what it is. Now, what is the benefit of this particular reading? Why this is so powerful, I say? Because, see, it's not required that you have to read for hours and hours. Right. Even if you look at today's passage, for your level, you can definitely, for 201, you can take slightly on a different level as well. But see, if you look at today's passage, in today's passage itself, what I'm talking about is the English lesson, right? English at 8, which was so if you look at that one, there was a kind of a passage which was given. It was looking so simple, but if you look into this particular passage, what it says is that it was like it kind of words which doesn't look easy. I'm sure. Does anybody know what is the meaning of disgust? That was used there in that the fox today. Disgust is no. Kanchana tried well. No, that's not right answer. Anyone else?
Can you hear me?
Feeling
Unavailable.
One by one minute. Bhumika, you said, what did you say? Okay, good try. Yeah, could be kind of question. Yes. Okay, but let's see whether what is Afifa saying. Afifa.
I want to know the spelling of first.
Okay. Have some say.
It's like
I'm typing the word here. This is the word. Okay, I go to Kanchana. Kanchana, what did you say?
Unpleasant.
Okay, you knew it or you Googled it? You knew or Googled it?
Know the word actually. Disgusting. It's like
That's fine. But you knew it or you tried to Google it to find the answer? Your mic is switched off. Okay, anyway, so So this is another word which is not that simple. It looks very simple. It looked and very normal, innocuous kind of an passage. But look at some of the words which was used in this passage. So it's a great tool to learn. Similarly, if you look at, there was a word like sword. I'm sure most of you might know what is sword. There's also another word which was scornfully. So does anybody know what is scornfully? Right. So this gave an opportunity to learn 3 words, or maybe 2-3 words now. One is scornfully, one is discussed, another is like sword. Right. So this is a small passage. This is a small passage which had so many words. So look at, if you read something big, then what happens is that you get to know about so many other. Kanchana, you can go on mute if you can. Thank you. Right. So
what is the meaning of vein, sir? V-E-I-N?
V-E?
Which is there in that passage actually. Vein,
Okay.
V-E-I-N.
V-E-I-N?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see the passage 1 second. Vein is also like in the blood, no? Vein. That vein, no? V-E-I-N. It's vein, right? That vein? Okay, let me just check. Where it is?
I found in that passage only, sir.
Okay, this is wine, no? V-I-N-E. Okay, a bunch of grape hanging from vine. Right.
V-A-I-N.
V-I-N-E.
V-A-I-N.
No. See, this word comes in the second line. Right. So this word comes in the second line. So this looks like a plant, right? Ripe grapes hanging from a vine trained along the branches of a tree. So this sounds like a kind of a plant, and also whose branches or stem, no, they're hanging down, like in a grape, which happens in the sense, like if you look at any grape thing, even I haven't been to a grape plant. So this V-I-N-E is something which is like a stem, no, which is hanging from the branch. So that is what it is. So this is another very important word which Kanchana has found out. Fabulous one, Kanchana. So this is what I'm saying. This small passage has got so many things, right? So this is the power of reading. Now what will happen is that if we continuously keep doing it on a regular basis, even this could be this small, that's fine, like today's thing. Now look at the vocabulary which we are building. Look at the style we are going to read it. So we would be understanding that. We will be able to, articulate in a speech. So that is what the strength of this particular thing, right? So, so this is what it will do. So what we can do for our reading, right? So you pick up something which you like, right? Slow, focused reading every day of your choice increases the vocabulary of word and pronunciation. So you can pick up anything which you like. It could be a piece of paper as well. Sometimes a huge sheet of paper to and fro. If you want, you can read it for a week also. Every day you're picking up. It doesn't matter. It has to be today's news. If you want to be in touch with the things happening around you in terms of around your world, around your locality, then of course you will be reading today's paper. But if you are doing it for a practice, you can just pick up something which you have. It could be a paper, it could be a book. Like Sharanya said book, and Nikita said it is paper, or for others it could be other things. So you can pick up something which interests you, which you like doing. Pick up some small things as well, and then you can read it. Now, when you read it, what is happening is that you're reading, you're understanding the flow, you're reading it, it's going in your mind, and it's getting registered like listening. And somewhere down the line, you will understand the meaning. So you have to put that little bit effort in finding the word which you don't know the meaning, right? Like few words which we saw, one word which Kanchana pointed out, right? So now what we know wine is something which is hanging from a kind of a thing, maybe in the grapes plant and all. Disgust is something we know. Likewise, we will know. So these are the word which is there. So you're building up the basket, you're building up the vocabulary. By reading, you're getting the flow. You know how to use this word, how to frame the sentences in terms of the grammar and those kind of a thing. Where you, starting with caps, where it's maybe if you get nitty gritty of it, you will understand that as well. So this is quite an important task and quite an important facet of this particular English learning. Right, so this is something which will help your what do you call vocabulary building and the language part as well. Right, so what's the next one? We will take one more. Right, another thing is that one is slow reading, which can get into your slow in the sense like you can do slow, and if you want to do it fast, you can, but it's all happening in your mind, right? So you're not, you take a book and you're reading. So you are just focusing on what's being written there and it's going in the mind. If you want, another one big step is that you can read it loud as well. So that will be really fantastic. You remember good old time when we used to study for exam, and some of you are not out of college for long now, right? So we keep a book and we read it loud. If you talk, if you not reading it loud, your parents will say, are you reading or are you doing something or are you sleeping, you know? Sometime during December and on half-yearly exam, no, they used to wake us up early in the morning. So they used to check, why don't you read loud? So believe me, that will do wonder, because when you're reading it loud, everything is going into your mind twice, because one, you're reading, second, another way, it's going in your mind. So this is something great. The pronunciation. If you have any difficulty, what you could do is that always use this tool which we have in our hand and go into the pronunciation. If you have any meaning doubt, word meaning, get into there and understand that. So this is something a kind of an double-edged benefit kind of a thing. So this is not only your reading, but also what you're doing is that you are also focusing in terms of it's getting into your head. So so that is the benefit of it. Okay, brilliant. So so we would stop with this. So we would do the rest, we'll keep that for tomorrow. So what I will do is that I'll stop sharing the screen now and we will get into the word. I'll also give you 2 more words now. So you can, or we will see what we can do in the class now. Okay. Right. So what was the only word? The only lucky word which we had yesterday. What's the word? Sharanya, can I start with you?
Yes, sir. The word was incline.
Okay. Have you made a sentence of it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes. Can we hear your sentence?
Yes. I had to incline towards my brother to hear what he was whispering.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear properly. Say that again.
I had to incline towards my brother to hear what he was whispering.
I had to incline what my brother was saying. Okay.
I had to incline towards my brother to hear what he was whispering.
I had to incline what my brother was saying to understand what he was whispering. Okay, incline. You are saying that you have to bend towards your brother to understand what he was saying. Okay, fabulous, Sharanya. I've got it. Okay, and just when you said that word, no, every time the line was getting slightly disturbed, so we couldn't hear technology. So I go to Kanchana was not there yesterday. Kanchana, incline is the word. So I'll give you 2 more words so you make sentence for that as well. Okay, so incline. Okay, so I-N-C-L-I-N-E. Right. Okay, let's go to even Bhumika was not there. Incline is the word. So if you want.
Yeah, I had asked Nikita, sir.
Oh, okay, fine. So since you're on, can you, what's the sentence for that?
I had inclined the job offer from another company.
You had inclined the job offer from another company.
Another.
Okay. I showed incline towards a job offer from another company. How is that?
I assured.
No, not assured.
Then
What did I say? I showed
I showed an incline.
incline.
Yeah.
Right. Incline
Yeah.
is not accept. Incline doesn't mean accept. So you're saying I showed incline to the job offer from another company. You are getting inclined to that.
Okay.
A small modification. Okay, fantastic, Bhumika, great. Then, I go to Yalini.
Sir, am I audible?
Hey, Yalini, we are not able to hear you at all today. Can you type what you're trying to say? Or else we can play a dumb charade game as well. That's a good game actually. Have you played in college? Do you still play? Okay, meanwhile she's typing something. I go on to Nikita. Nikita, what have you got for us?
The thought of going down the steep incline scared her.
Okay, say that again. I don't know. Are we all having some problem in listening each other today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nikita, yes, sorry.
The thought of going down the steep incline scared her.
Absolutely brilliant. The thought of going down the steep incline. Brilliant, fabulous, Nikita. Fantastic one. And who else? Hafifa is there. Hafifa?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Inclined.
Yes.
I was so inclined into my game practice that I even started speaking in my dream about my practice.
Wow. Okay. Fabulous as always. Brilliant. Hafifa, I don't know why when you come on mic we hear an echo. So there is something special you are doing at your end.
No, sir.
Not your voice, but when I'm talking, no, I'm able to hear my echo. Are others are also able to hear the echo? Yeah, everybody are knowing it.
Is
Okay.
it? I didn't know that.
Yes, that's the case. Anyway, Hafifa, thank you very much for the sentence. Yalni has
Thank you,
typed
sir.
a sentence, and so I incline to view the peace. I incline to the view that peace can be achieved. Absolutely, I incline to the view that peace can be achieved. Fantastic one, brilliant, great. Hafsa, are you with us?
Yes, sir.
Brilliant. So I believe you were not here yesterday.
No, sir.
Okay, the word is incline. So, right. So make a sentence. I'll come back to you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Now what I will do is that Nikita, do you remember I told you to have the collation of the word? Do you have with you? Is it
Yes,
there?
sir.
Is it there on your notebook?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So can you do one thing? How shall we do? It will take some time for you to type 30 words here now. So can you put it at WhatsApp and we will share in the group?
Yeah. Actually, I already did it.
You did it with everyone?
Yeah, to check whether I'm missing any word.
Oh, okay. So everybody are on the same page. So can you paste that words here? Should be easy now. You can copy and paste that word. Is it possible?
Sir, actually, sent a photo of my notebook.
Okay, you send a photo. Okay, fine. So just do one thing. Did you share with all the participants here,
Yes, sir.
including Hafifa, Hafsa?
Yeah, everyone.
Everyone. Brilliant, brilliant. So just do a favor, send that to me also.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Sir. Okay.
Send to me as well, because it will be easier for me to frame the question for you. Okay, so thank you very much. Good job, Nikita. Thank you very much. We all appreciate your thing. Great.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. So few sentences we can make now. One is eradicate. I use this word. Does anybody know what is eradicate?
Is it eliminate?
Absolutely, that's the one, right? It is eliminate. Every government says, no, we will eradicate poverty from India, right? Before they come to power, right? So that is something. Eradicate is one word which can be used. One. So I will type that one. So, and I'll give you another 3 words. One is we will use disgust as well. So that is a very good one. Discuss. These are the words which will help us our vocabulary. This is also something we can use it. Okay. Scornfully is something which is there. It will be difficult because it was there in the comprehension passage today. So the thing is that what you could do is that see and understand the meaning. That would be enough. And so let's not take that as in word. Now another one I can give you now would be, just give me 1 second. Did we do this word conspiracy? No. So what is conspiracy? Does anybody know what is conspiracy? Definitely all of you would have heard about it. Antuna? No? Okay. See, conspiracy is that kind of a negative strategy which somebody is using at your back. Right? For example, how can you do? The entire team member conspired to have their boss removed. Maybe he was good or he was bad or whatever it is. They conspired, meaning found a strategy. Here it is happening for good only because the boss was not good or maybe he was good, whatever it is. They conspired to have the boss removed. Okay. Pakistan conspired against India. Pakistan conspired against India in UN General Assembly to eliminate us. That could be one, right? So there was a kind of a strategy, right? And what could be another one? Chinese government conspired to be there at the border with the armed full, full military force to take India by surprise. They are in Ladakh still, right? So the thing is going on still. Their army is inside our territory. They don't want to go. And even after so many talks and all, they don't want to budge and they don't want to leave, right? So this is how China is. So that is something which they have done. It's a conspiracy, right? Very good word to have. I'm sure all of you would have heard about this word. Maybe we wouldn't have used this word. So that is something which is there. Another thing is that disgust. Disgust, right? What is disgust? As Kanchana said, something unpleasant, something not good, or something like it could be something which you don't like, something which is irritating, like somebody said, a strong feeling of not liking, right? Something which is not acceptable. So these are some of the meanings which has been there for disgust. So that's what disgust is, right? The smell from your body is disgusting. You could say that's a sports person, or maybe your own kid, they come from the playground. Smell is disgusting, go and have a bath. So you can use that way, right? Your attitude at some time is so disgusting. So now you're not talking about smell, you're discussing about the attitude. Your attitude at some time is so disgusting, right? So that could be one, right? He sometime in the meeting, he puts me in very disgusting scenario. Sometime in a meeting, he puts me in a disgusting scenario. Could be because he's asking that kind of question, or she's asking that kind of question which I'm not comfortable about. So it's very disgusting for me. Right? Disgusting itself, you're saying like this kind of reaction. It's something not good. Right? That's one. Then, what is the one? Another one is eradicate. So, what is eradicate? Eradicate, as Nikita rightly said, eliminate. Right? I want to take this year. I want to eradicate laziness from my routine. You can use that. For example, everybody is laughing. I don't know why this has gone well with everyone. So let's do a kind of free speech on this as well. Nikita, what's the reason for the big smile? You are looking at doing the same thing as well? Eradicate laziness from your thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, everybody get lazy at some point of time. Yeah, but when it happens quite often, then it's a difficult thing. Yalini, there was a big smile from you also. Are you also like, you also want to eradicate laziness?
Before pandemic, but pandemic makes me more active.
It has made you more active. We can see that. And you've been saying, yes, busy with work, but at the same time, you are...
My work becomes more hectic nowadays.
I know, you're desperate to run to office. The moment they say lockdown is over, Desi Crew has opened their office. You're from TN Palian, is it?
Yes, sir. It's just 5 minutes of traveling from my home.
That you should not be traveling. Traveling is a huge word for that. 5 minutes of stroll. Right, 5 minutes of 5 minutes of traveling. How she is emphasizing that traveling. 5 minutes of easy stroll. Right.
5 minutes of walking.
5 minutes of walking, right? So she's eager to run to. The moment they say Desi Crew TN Palayam is open, she will be the first one there at the center, I believe. Okay, and who else? I thought I'll ask everything. Even who else? Sharanya, I come to you. I remember 5 o'clock now has become to 7 o'clock in the morning. The way you said, I will not forget for some time. Yes. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Yes, I always think to eradicate laziness, but it's not possible.
Okay.
Pandemic, I have become more lazy.
Absolutely. See, pandemic has made everybody a little bit, what do you call, a bit lazy only. Because what we are doing is that we are going from one room to another room. Sometimes the exercise which we do in a day is also with the remote only. You're changing the channel from, so that's the only exercise which you give for the finger. So earlier we used to go out, we used to go to commuting itself, right? Some of you may have commuted for a long time, long distance as well, right? So that itself was kind of, and you have to wake up, you have to do a lot of things and go and come back, unwind and all. So a lot of things have changed. Yes, but now what I see people also, they are getting into kind of an activity. They are walking or they are doing something on the terrace or something like that. So that is also happening. So yes, so that is there. Okay. Kanchana, you didn't give a kind of smile also. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, I already did it, sir, as I joined work.
So rightly said, Kanchana, because
I already eradicated my laziness
absolutely, because
after joining work. Yes, sir.
Absolutely, because
Became
earlier
little more active actually.
No, I agree, completely agree with you. Because you have family, you have a kid, then apart from that, you also have, so that is not easy to manage. So I completely agree with you. So yes, there is no room for laziness in Kanchana's what do you call routine, no doubt about that. So Hafifa, your thoughts? Okay, fine. So what we do is that we have another 10 minutes.
Yes, sir.
You heard. Okay, fine. So we are discussing about eradicating laziness from our routine.
Yeah. Obviously, I want to eradicate my laziness. I have so many work to do, but still I pretend like I'm lazy. But definitely I cannot eradicate that.
Okay. You also have the luxury which out from college, right? So you might you can take it a little bit easy for some more time, and maybe, so that is something you have always the luxury of it. Okay, Hafifa, great. See, somewhere down the line, if seriously we have to discuss about this, see, this is again an interaction which we are doing. Somewhere down the line, you have to be lazy at some time where you have to unwind and do your things, right? Do nothing and just watch something or do something or go out somewhere, and also that's a different thing. Yeah, but it also keeps piling up. We also have something known as time management, which we will do. So these things will be very useful for you. We have soft skills, a few of the soft skills topics which we will cover here, right? So, so that is something we will do. So I'll do as a kind of a workshop where you will also do something, I will also do something, right? So that will be a 50-50 kind of a thing. But I'll give you a lot of tips which will ensure you manage your time well, you become productive, you're able to deliver more from your skills, right? How you can prioritize your things, which is very important, right? And so those kind of things we will discuss that as well. Okay, so let's see what else we can do for today, because we have done our. Can we do a quick what do you call word round? Word antakshni, making a sentence. We will spend our next 7 minutes that way, or maybe 6 minutes now. So let's start. So what's the word? What's the word, Sharanya, we can use for? Let's start with sunshine. Make a sentence of sunshine and pass it on to sunshine is the word. So the next person would be whoever it is. The last word would be shine, E. So she has to think about a word and make a sentence of using that word in the sentence, and she passed to someone. So sunshine is your word. So what's the sentence? Sharanya, it's to you.
What happened?
Egg.
Still
The word
think.
is egg, and
Sorry?
the sentence egg.
Okay, let me explain. I don't know whether you understood. We are playing word antakshni. Word antakshni, right? So I'll make a sentence for sunshine, right? I hope, I'm sure this year, the grace of God will be a sunshine in my life. Right? I hope this year, grace of God will be a sunshine in my life. So I have not talked about the sunshine at all. I made the sunshine and used it in a different way. So sunshine. So that's a word. So sunshine ends with what letter? E. So your letter is E. Make a word with E, any word, and use it in a sentence and pass to any one of here.
My word is egg.
Okay.
The sentence is I cooked egg curry today.
You cooked egg curry today. So what's the word?
G.
E. And what's the last word?
G.
Okay. Who passing?
I pass it to Bhumika.
Okay. Bhumika.
Gee,
You can take your time. You can take that time and make a word, and then you can do that.
a grandmother is the one person who cares everyone in the family.
Okay, a grandmother. Instead of saying a grandmother, grandmother is
No,
on.
I said grandmother. I started from grandmother.
Okay, fantastic. So, can you say the sentence again?
Grandmother, I forgot. Grandmother is the only person who cares most in the family.
Okay, grandmother is the person who takes care of
Everyone in the family.
everyone in the family. Okay, okay, fine, fantastic, very good. And don't say she's the only person. So that becomes a universal statement. You are making a
Oh yeah, yeah.
So always say she's the one. So the safer side, right?
Okay.
So to make it universal, oh, grandfather doesn't take. So that can understand. So this is the form of English thing as well. So that is one. Okay. So may I pass your sentence? So I pass it on to Kanchana. Will go. Yes. So grandmother ends with R. R, Kanchana, and make a sentence for us.
Earth rotates around the sun.
What's the word first of all?
R, right?
Yes.
Earth rotates around the sun.
Earth rotates around the sun. Fantastic. Earth rotates around the sun. Fantastic. So what's the word rotate? E. Correct?
Rotates, yes.
S. Okay, fine. S. So.
I pass it to Nikita.
Okay, good. Thanks. You did the job. Yes, Nikita.
Okay, surrounding. The surrounding of my house is very beautiful.
The surrounding of your house is very beautiful. Fantastic one. Brilliant one. We are thinking on our feet. Fantastic. Surrounding. G. Yes. Shall we pass it to Yalini now? Okay. Yalini, your turn. G is the word. Again, back to grandmother only. The same word.
I take the word gardening.
Okay.
I like to do gardening when I'm exhausted.
You like to do gardening when you're exhausted?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe that relaxes you. Brilliant. So
Just to relax.
just to relax. Fantastic. Great. Gardening again, G. Let's see if we can just pass it to the last participant, Hafifa. Are you with us? G is the word. So make a word and make a sentence quickly.
Yes. I never sat on giant wheel.
You never sat on giant wheel. Fantastic. Fabulous one. Quick thinking on your feet. Brilliant one, Hafifa. Thank you very much, everyone. So we have come to the end of this particular session. So I thank those who are pretty busy with work, like I can see Bhumika and Yalini. So I really appreciate you getting connected and you are having your earring tuned to this particular session, but at the same time you're focusing on the work. So that is really appreciated. I hope even if you're busy, don't mind, you can come here. I'll give you that leeway where you are connected and listening, and at the same time, here and there, you are also participating as well. So I appreciate that. I appreciate all other participants as well, right? And good, Kanchana is back in our hometown or maybe home. And Hafifa has joined in. Hafsa, again, same problem. She joined in and she logged off and all. So hopefully things will get better. So I wish you all good evening. I can see a lot of others who are working. So good luck with your work. So with the promise that we will see you again tomorrow. So tomorrow another important day, important session, because we will be practicing the free speech. Come with your free speech. Hopefully if I have time, I can do a little bit of comprehension, or we'll take for Thursday. So thank you very much, all of you, and enjoy your evening, and good evening now, and see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you.